let's spend the weekend together. So I'm here going to the store with the girls. We're going to the Lidl to pick up one or two things. And then I came across these candles. They smell really, really beautiful. I decided to pick the candles up. And the girls was like, can we also pick something for ourselves? And I said, yes. I went to the flower section. I wanted to get a flower. And they were like, if you pick a flower, then we also allowed to pick the second item for ourselves. I was like, hell no. Let's go and pay for the stuff and let's go home. So we end up buying everything. We paid everything. We came home. They continued their day. At night, I decided to have me time. So I end up watching some of my favorite series with some snacks. I love it. In the morning, I thought, let me just wake up early since it's weekend, do one or two things. I wake up and I saw this girl reading books. She wake up very early in the morning reading a book. At first, I thought she was watching TV, but she wasn't watching TV. She wake up very early to read a book. I purchased a book for her, and she wake up in the morning to read that book. I was like, okay. So while she was reading a book, I was supposed to wash these dishes last night, but no, your girl was sitting down doing Netflix and chill and eating. So I wasn't able to do this. So I thought, let me wake up this morning and do this very quickly before going to sit down and edit some videos and replying to some of my comments and some emails. And so I was in the kitchen, trying to wash some of the dishes. Luckily, my son has already helped me to empty the dishwasher because I put on the dishwasher late at night before I was going to bed. And I was supposed to do this one, but the dishwasher was full, so there was no space for all of this. I was supposed to do it with my hand, but you know the story. I was doing Netflix and chill, and I didn't do it. So I woke up this morning trying to clean the kitchen, organize it and everything. But it wasn't much. It was very, very simple. But I was so surprised to wake up to see my daughter downstairs. At first, I thought she was watching TV. And I looked, the TV was off. She was reading. She really loved reading. Okay, this is something I really put into her. Instead of watching TV every single time, being on the tablet every single time, I buy books for her. And I don't only buy books for her, I take her to the library. We go to the library every week and pick up new books. And I really enforce reading into her. I'm like, read the book, and later on, I'm going to ask you what the story is about. So it's not only about reading, it's I want her to read and also understand what she's reading. Because when it comes to Aliyah starts speaking at a very late age. She starts speaking very late. She was like around 4 or 5 years before she starts speaking. So because of that, I really let her to read more so that she can be more ahead on her grammar, on her pronunciation and her grammatical, her grammar. So I love seeing her reading. I love buying books for her. I love taking her to the library to get books. And this is something we have been doing for a very, very long time. And now I don't really have to tell her to go and read. She go and read. I have this house rule where during the week, we don't take any tablets. We don't go on the computer, no electronic during the week. You're allowed to watch TV for a couple of hours, but you're not allowed to be on the tablet the whole day. We don't do that anymore. So during the week, during school days, you either read books or you play. She loves to draw. She loves to paint. So I allow her to do those things. And then in the weekend, she's allowed to take her tablet. But even in the weekend, it doesn't mean because it's weekend, you're going to be on your tablet the whole day. You're allowed to be on your tablet at least 3-4 hours. After that, look for something else to do with your life, okay? That's the rule in the house. And I'm very, very happy that she understood. Because one thing about my kids, they know when I say something, I don't go back on my words and I don't like repeating myself. Not that I keep the tablet. The tablet is downstairs. It's right underneath the TV table. It's there, but they know if you take the tablet without my permission and I catch you the whole of the month, there will be no tablets for you. There will be no TV for you. So she understands the assignment. And I'm very, very proud of her that she wake up this morning and she's reading book. Actually, if she find the story very interested, you don't really need to ask her, she would do it. So I'm very, very happy. Like, I'm very, very happy. Just this is just to tell you that consistency is key. Even with children, when you are consistent with them, it becomes natural. So for her, reading has become natural for her. It's not something that I have to force her to do anymore. It's not something I have to tell her to do anymore. It has become natural because it's something we have been doing since she was in group 3, primary 3. Since she started knowing how to read, is something we have been doing, and I love that about her. So after I'm done with the dishes, I thought I want to make some tea. Get me some tea. I love my herbs tea. And she was like, okay, mom, can you also make some tea for me when you're making tea for yourself? I was like, okay, no problem. I have this tea container. But I purchased this from the TK Maxx, and I really, really loved it. You put your herbs in it, you put your hot water, and it's just so nice. So I have my tea and I have this honey, but my honey container is a little bit finished. So I'm going to take the last bottle, my last raw African honey bottle I have. So I'm getting the stuff ready, and I'm going to refill my honey container because the honey container is finished, and I really don't like honey. When you taste the honey from Africa and the honey we buy in the shop here in the Netherlands, Lord have mercy, there is a big difference. The taste, the smell, it's just different. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit into the container because I realize when I fill the container, the kids they will just take the entire container and put it in the tea. So now I take a little bit, and when it's finished, I go back to the cast and take the backup and add small. So we just little by little. So this is the tea I make, and I'm going to get her own tea ready. I'm adding like 2 tablespoons of honey. The spoon is very, very small. So I'm taking 2 tablespoons of honey, and the tea that I'm making is hibiscus, green tea, mint tea, like mint, peppermint, the dry leaf, and different type of herbs mixed together. I just like to soak it. So now I'm going to serve Aliyah her own tea while she's reading. You guys can see her reading there and drinking her tea. So I just told her to please be quiet because I want to do some editing, and I want to reply to some comments, some questions, some emails, and I also want to do some couple of voiceover because I do create a lot of content, and sometimes the kids are around, the noise. So I like to sit down and do voiceover. So that is what I'm about to do. I'm just trying to get my work area a little bit different. Like, I change things around. I change the living room again. I like changing stuff around. I like giving the living room a little bit of new vibes. So I'm just trying to get stuff ready. Everyone else is sleeping. The only 2 people who are up this morning is me and Aliyah. Everyone else is sleeping, and I thought I was the only one gonna be up so early, but not knowing that this girl is also up doing her own thing, which I'm very, very happy she do her own thing. So I just asked her to please be quiet. If you know you can't be quiet, can you just go upstairs? And she was like, no, I'm going to be quiet. Just do your thing. I was like, thank you so much. So I had a lot of questions on certain videos. Like, there's certain videos I will upload on YouTube, and I will get so many questions, a lot of emails on and a lot of emails, a lot of messages on Instagram, and sometimes I don't really get all the questions on my phone because sometimes when somebody leave a comment, I see the comments on my phone, but sometimes I really don't see the comments on my phone. That means I really have to go
to my YouTube studio, open my laptop, sit down there and go through all the comments that I couldn't see. So this is what I do once in a while. I really sit down and go through all the comments and try to answer people's comments and their emails, and also messages I receive on Instagram. I just try to answer everything, because sometimes I really don't have the time to answer all the emails, because yeah, you have work, you have family to take care of. And I also love spending time with my kids and my family. For me, that's the number one priority. And after doing that, later I take shower, get myself ready. I take the kids, we went to the action, and I was like, I did a very good job. I answered all my emails. I answered all the questions. So let's go to the action and get one or two things. And today I told the girls, right now I deserve flour. So since yesterday I didn't buy the flour, but today I deserve flour. So we went to the store and I bought the flour, and I was really, really happy. I love flowers. Like, I love flowers. My friends, people around me just don't understand. Like, how can this black girl like flowers? I love flowers and candles. I don't know. I just love it. So I got me the flower, and the lady has already cut the the stuff how the stand has already cut it, make it really nice. All I have to do is put it into the container and make it really nice. I was so happy. I was genuinely happy. And this was the weekend. The rest of the day we were just chilling because the weather is hot and my flower is looking so beautiful. And yeah, this was it. This was my weekend, and this is just like giving myself something for the hard work and just appreciating myself and all the love. Thank you.